Hey, this is Chad of Different Skill bringing you my blaster theme deck. This is a deck made of old cards that I had lying around like when I found my other stuff. Um, and I decided to make it because if any newer players wants to play against me, I kind of don't want to gauntlet slam them and play something top tier because that's just not really that fun. So instead I made this deck. It's not very good considering what the current meta is. It has a Ganslot at the front, but don't let that fool you. Um, Ganslot is pretty important in this deck actually, but anywho, this deck's not very good. So yeah, I'll just get right onto it. I might sell this. I don't know if someone really wants it because there's some pretty rare cards in here. So if someone wants it, I guess you could ask for it. I don't know if I will sell it or not because it's not very good, and I don't feel comfortable selling someone that's something that's not very good. But anyways, so one Gansalot, mainly because I'm playing Escalade the Blaster. So having Blaster Blade at level 2 is really important for me. So Escalade the Blaster and Gansalot. Gansalot, I'm pretty sure you all know what Gansalot does by now, so I won't bother explaining. But Escalade is something that not many people play, so I'll explain this. It's a level 3, but it's basically a level 4 or grade 4. In the rearguard zone, if you play in the rearguard zone, he kills himself immediately. I don't know why they even have that. They should just put it so you can't play it there. Anyways, so Counterblast 3, when this card attacks, Counterblast 3, when this card attacks, it attacks everything. Like everything your opponent controls. Another restriction is that if you don't have Blaster Blade in your soul, this card cannot attack. And if the restrictions are huge. One is it can't be played in the rearguard zone. One, it has to be rode on top of a grade 3, and one is that if you don't have Blaster Blade in your soul, you can't attack with this card. Okay, so that's 3 restrictions. And then, yeah, so that's the 3 restrictions. Vanguard Circle, if you don't have Blaster Blade, you can't attack. It kills itself in the rearguard zone. Counterblast 3, when this unit attacks, activate. When this unit attacks, it attacks everything, and auto, when this unit attacks Soul Blast everything in your soul that's not Blaster Blade, this unit gains plus 2,000 for each card Soul Blasted this way. And its final effect, oh god, at the end of your turn when this card attacks, send this to the drop zone and ride Blaster Blade from your drop zone or your soul. So, long effect. Essentially, you ride this on top of your grade 3. If you have Blaster Blade in your soul, Counterblast 3, you attack all their guys. He goes back to the drops. He goes to the drop zone. You get Blaster Blade Black as your Vanguard. It's pretty bad, but it's pretty fun. So that's why I'm playing just one. It's also searchable because his name is Blaster, Escalade the Blaster. So one Soul Savior Dragon, mainly for consistency's sake, because if you're grade stock, you can just search for it and whatnot. That doesn't happen too much. 2 Alfred Early, because this is a Blaster themed deck. It would not be a Blaster themed deck without Alfred Early. And of course, it would not be a blaster enough if it didn't have 4 Alfreds in it. So, all these cards are pretty old, so I'm guessing most people know what they do. But in case people don't, Alfred Early, this guy here, is when you ride him, you can call Blaster Blade from your soul. That's all he does. And this one is, when he is in your Vanguard zone, he cannot be boosted. He gains plus 2,000 for each Royal Paladin rearguard that you control, and Counterblast 3, search for a grade 2 or lower Royal Paladin and call it to a rearguard circle. That ability activates in both Vanguard and rearguard circle, which is very different and very set 1 because they didn't think that abilities should be activated in other than Vanguard zone after that, basically. Because like no other grade 3 activates in the rearguard circle after like set 1, 2. So 2 Blaster Blade Spirit. Basically a 10k Blaster Blade. I just use it for a vanilla effect. It's just a vanilla. And mainly you ride it so that you can hit with Wingall Brave. But otherwise, this barely ever has its effect to go off. So its effect is when you play it from the deck, you can Counterblast 1, retire a 2 or higher rearguard in the front row, I believe. So next I have 4 Blaster Blade, and of course I'm using this art because it looks nice, and I have this nice Blaster Blade. I don't know if you guys can catch that. Can you guys catch that? Yeah. This is the original set 1 Blaster Blade. It's SP, so it's pretty. And of course, everyone knows what Blaster Blade does. When you play in Rearguard Circle or Vanguard Rearguard Circle, retire a unit level 3 or higher. When you play in the Vanguard Circle, retire a unit. 2 Blaster Dart Kiroro. This card is one of those fun cards. It's not very good. When I have less rear guards, this card gains plus 3,000 when it attacks. It's also not a Royal Paladin, so Alfred kind of can't use this at all. So, anyways, and I have 3 Blaster Blade Kiroro, and these are the rare cards. So I was talking about. Blaster Blade Kiroro is the opposite. If you have 3 or more rear guards, if you have more rear guards, it gains plus 3k when attacking, and it becomes 11k attacker, which isn't very good. But hey, they're blasters, so I must have them. Unfortunately, there are very little grade 1 blasters. In fact, there's only Blaster Javelin, and I don't want to play Blaster Javelin. I could, but I had to play Blaster Darks, and then that'll be really weird, so I'm probably not going to do that. So I might later in the future, and then put Majesty Lord Blaster in here as well. But we'll see if a situation arises that I get to pick up some cheap Blaster Darks and Majesties. So, 4 Maron, 8k beater. 3 Lien. If you ride her at grade 1 and you're starting so you can't attack, using its effect is very good. And also you can dig for your Blaster Blade if you really need to, because if you don't ride Blaster Blade, you basically have a vanilla game plan, so it's really boring without him. 3 Flash Shield, Isolde, or Isolt, apparently, is the English pronunciation, or is the how you write it, but I don't know how you pronounce it. 3 Pongal, wait, Pongal? Pongal? I don't even remember. This dog's searches for Soul Savior. Kind of boss 1, put in your soul, look for Soul Savior. I have not seen this card in forever. So, Wingull Liberator. I was gonna say Blaster Blade Liberator. Wingull Brave period, not Wingull Brave Liberator. God, these cards are so old. 4 Epino, 3 Owls, 7 crits basically. This dude is a draw trigger, and 4 Margal and 4 Elaine. So it's a very old deck. Just wanted to show you guys because I think it's a really neat deck. Especially, basically, after grade 2 onwards, it looks neat. At grade 1, it looks pretty plain. So, yeah, just wanted to show off the deck a little. If you guys want it, just ask me for it. I don't know if I'll sell it to you once again, but, you know, feel free to try. And I'll see you guys for more videos because I need to catch up on these making video things. So, see you.